if someone said to me, who is the greatest golfer of all time? You'd probably think of, well, one of the people you think of is probably Tiger Woods, but actually, Jack Nicklaus, okay? So we're gonna test, out of his book, his top 5 tips. Go through them one by one, and let's see how they can actually help you become a better golfer. And you know what? I'll show you how it's helped me too. First off, first tip is focus on a slow one-piece takeaway. Now, Jack Nicklaus believes that the initial move from the start of the ball should be slow and deliberate. By focusing on keeping your whole turn your left side as one unit, you actually get proper tempo and a good turn at the top of the backswing. Now, if we think, so let's bring this up here, where most of us are, is we stand to that golf ball and like we'll stand here and it'll be like, whoa, rushed away. And that sets the tone for us to swing. We'd also probably open this face, become disconnected. And again, that ain't very good for our swing. Something I've been guilty with. And these are actually things that I think have formed how I coach as a coach as well. Why? Why not, right? He's one of the best golfers. Okay, so I'm gonna get a couple of golf balls away here. I'm gonna really focus on keeping my left arm on the side of my chest and really slow and deliberate turn to the top and then a little bit of power on the way down. So really slow, really deliberate. Feel like I'm keeping my left side connected. That felt mint. That felt as though I had a lot more control of that club face and actually I gave myself some time to turn. Weirdly, slower felt a little bit more powerful. So if you're out on the golf course, what great way to feel that you get maybe a little bit more speed, but power as well. But yeah, if this one's this good, what are the next 4 like? Okay, so I want to say with this, I think that's also, tip number 1, is great for chipping, great for iron play, great for pitching, because you get this control of the club face, of the body, and of your tempo of your swing. All things, if I look at it, if truthfully, honestly, most mid-handicappers struggle with. So let's hit a pitch away. Nice. Again, felt like I had control, felt like I could do what I wanted to do with the club head. It wasn't over before I knew it. Okay, I'm excited to look at the next one, tip number 2. Tip number 2, okay, keep your weight on the inside of your feet. The feet are anchors of your golf swing. Most high handicappers play on the outside of their feet during their swing. Their weight should move from the inside of your left foot, this is for a right-handed player, to the inside of your right foot and never beyond. So essentially, what good old Jack's saying here is that most of us will move to the weight on the outside, to the weight on the outside, okay? Or in the backswing, sort of like this. I've got a great one here for you to sort of take advantage of that tip is, we want to feel like our weight's here and want to move our weight to here. So it would look something just like that. So all you're going to do, grab an alignment stick, place it underneath your right foot. You know what? You could do that, but you could also use this. Totally forgot about this. This is also a great one, maybe a bit dramatic, but stand on something like this and move it onto the inside of your foot. We're never swaying with it like that. A little bit more difficult. I think this would also be a great one. Again, you're not looking for that weight to roll onto the outside, just stay on the inside, but you're still getting that weight transfer. Let's hit one away. I'd probably say hit one away is better with this. That gives you a good exaggerated feeling though. Okay, here we go. So put it down just where your right foot would be, roughly around there. So maybe just take a bit of a practice swing, weight from inside to inside, not inside to outside. That felt like I was never getting out of control in the swing, but I was still loading that power onto the right hand side. Gotta be a great one for you, that. Gotta be a great one for you. Okay, let's get into number 3 on our list. This is a great one, this, and it's something that I have been banging on about for a while. Jack must have stolen it from me. Playing with your natural tendencies. He didn't, by the way. Golf is easiest when you play with what you naturally do, especially under pressure. In other words, don't try and hit a shot shape that doesn't fit your game when you're coming under pressure. Okay, so most of us will probably hit a little bit of a left to right slicey one, okay? When you've got some trouble on your right hand side, let's just aim a little bit further left and allow for that. Let's not try and hit it straighter because we'll tend to probably hit it worse. Or if you're playing mint on a Saturday and you're coming down the last few holes with a good score in your hand, just keep doing what's good for you. Don't change your game plan. Maybe change the club as opposed to the shot to allow you to have a bit of a bigger margin of error. So let's take one away here and see what my natural tendencies are. One thing I'd say with this one, it's something that I would definitely do with driver, but also look at with your irons as well. Key that you understand what your natural tendencies are with both, 100%. Okay, so my natural tendencies with the driver are to fade the golf ball. So I'm gonna see what happens and see what comes out here. So here we go. Set up good. Think about my weight a little bit more than I should do normally now. I faded that a little bit too much. The wind's got it. But definitely my natural shape. So when you're out on the golf course, play with what you've got. Don't try and fight it. Let's get on to the final one. I think this is a cracker, by the way. Up to this point, though, what one's been your favourite? That weight one, inside to inside, I really like that one. Next on our list, and I like this one, this is a cracker, stop swaying. Now, it's a little bit similar to one we've talked about before, but this is all about the downswing. It says here, it's an absolute must in your downswing to keep your head behind the golf ball until after impact. Most common mistakes amateurs make is they sway their upper body forwards before impact. So what we're saying here is that, like, and I hate seeing this, is this look. I think most of us, we get that urge to wanting to really hit the golf ball and we can't separate lower and upper, and it's hit a little bit like this and we feel like the whole body moves as a unit. So what I want you to really feel here is, you get to the top, I want you to put your belt buckle to target, look at your chest pointing behind you, okay? And then you hit, keeping your head behind that line. So demo it, feel it. It'll really feel like your lower half's creating some tension, some coil against your upper. Okay, keeping your head behind at impact. Whew. Feels strange when you first do it, but definitely great. Let's go on to the next one. Final one, feeling the club head. Consciously feel the weight of the club head during your swing is great way to maintain proper rhythm and tempo. Now, I think this is a hard one, this. So how I would get a golfer to do this, and how I've done this in my golf swing, is to build it up. So grab your 7-iron, okay? You're going to hit one at sort of 30 yards, one at 100 yards, and then one full swing with your 7-iron. Just getting the feeling of the weight of the golf club. And a nice trigger to start this off is send your club head past the ball, then swing back, then swing through and hit. So just like this. So this is going to be my little 30-yard one. I'm going through, back, hit. Let's try it. Okay, a bit more than 30, more like 50. But really getting a sort of a feeling of where that club head is, because that's a key skill out on the golf course. You know what this is doing and you know where this is going. Okay, 100 yards now. We're going to go through, back, feel the club. That was nice. Again, I'm sort of taking the tension out the swing, really, which is why I would say your tempo will really improve with this. Okay, and then the final one. We're going to back, through, back. That was nice. Really getting a feeling of your tempo on the day. I would actually say that one is a brilliant one to do when warming up before going out on a game of golf. Okay, so there we go. I'm going to say my favourite one is still number 3, that weight one. I loved it. Feel powerful, feel transferred, but I don't feel like I was swaying. Thanks so much for joining me. We're down at the beaches, and what a 5 tips that was from the great Jack Nicklaus.